The very first thing you do after greeting somebody, which your greeting should always be happy and friendly, it doesn't matter who walks in this building, you should be an excited puppy dog when you go talk to them. I'm not kidding about that. It sounds stupid, but the way that you approach somebody and the way that you have energy towards them will completely change the way that you interact with them. So the first thing, of course, is to greet them. What can we do for you? That's a big point of it, is what can we do? Because then they're not in control of you. Instead, you've just given them the reins on an entire lab full of people, and now they have all the power, which is going to make them feel fantastic about any interaction they have with you. So, right after that, you want to get a name. The name is the most important thing to somebody. Everybody loves to hear their name. It doesn't matter who you are, that's the magic language right there. If somebody's saying your name, it's going to sound good to you. So what we practice in our gym facilities, which as Chris has made clear, you guys are a gym with power tools. That's essentially, you are a place where you go, people have memberships to come in here and do what they want to do and be able to have a hobby and work on stuff, and that's part of why they come here. So you get a name from them, and in the first 3 minutes of interaction with them, you use their name 3 times. This does 2 things for you, and the first one is it starts establishing rapport. Because you saying their name is going to make them happy to hear it. They're going to like you just because you're saying their name. The second thing is the name gives power over somebody. So when you're talking to somebody and using their name on a regular basis without even realizing it, you're subliminally going to have more impact and more meaningful interaction with that person. As opposed to saying, hey dude, what are you doing today? You know, like you say their name, and that also gets it into your head so that you can remember it. Especially, this is super important for anybody taking a tour, anybody who is working with somebody on walking around the building and kind of figuring out what they need. Having that rapport built with somebody is going to be the main deciding factor as to whether or not they join the geek group. What kind of experience they received in customer service is going to immediately impact whether we get another member on board. The tour process doesn't take long usually. It's between 30 and 45 minutes for a long one. Like that's for a long tour. That's me on Saturdays. So being able to establish all the rapport you need with that customer in that short amount of time is extremely important. So profile the guest. It sounds dumb, but profile the guest. Understand who you're working with. Understand what they do. Understand what their interests are, what they're excited about, what their background is, what they're doing for work, what they drive, what kind of family they have. You want to learn a person, especially when they're first coming on board. This does multiple things for us. The first one is it establishes whether they're even a good candidate to have in the geek group. Because, I mean, let's be honest, sometimes we don't necessarily want every single schmuck in here. Now, the thing behind this is, if you know who you're working with and you understand that you're working with somebody who's over your head or who would be better dealt with by another person, you've already told them, we are here to help you, which allows you to then marry that person off to another staff member. That's one of the main practices that we have at our business is if things are going to go better with some other person, marry them, send them to the other person. You know, take advantage of that relationship building. Again, understanding who you're working with and what they truly want is going to give you a more successful tour. It's going to give you more success when you go to build the rapport with that customer. And when you start interacting with them on a daily basis, because you've taken the time to learn them and understand them, every time that they need something, they're going to be happy and excited to come to you. You're not going to have the weird situations where people are just kind of like meandering up to the counter like, hey, I'm sorry to bother you guys, but I need help with this. That attitude has to stop. I'm bothering somebody in order to come ask for help has to stop. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter what you're doing. When a customer or a member comes to you, unless it is a life or death situation that you're working on, everything should be dropped and you should be with that customer. So, of course, this doesn't apply to some of you, obviously, Jacob, you're usually in open doors or something like that. Bellatini or Elizabeth, you guys rarely are going to deal with somebody right here in the AV. But for some reason, they need help and it's one of you guys who can help. You got to be able to drop everything and work with them. Now, for my people who do tours, when you're walking around the building, don't tell them what we have without explaining why it's important to them and makes a difference. There's no reason for them to be in here just because you tell them we have 3D printers. You don't use that as the reason for them to come in. What you tell them is this is what you can do with the 3D printers. this is what we can create here. Imagine all the things that you can put together using this equipment. As you run through your tour and you show people around the building, after you've already gotten their ideas, you've gotten their interests, and you know what areas they really want to work with, take them to those areas before you even show them the rest of the facility. That does a couple of things for you. We call it showing them the pool before you show them the house. So, you got a person who's super excited about a pool, you take them there first, they see the pool, they're super stoked about the pool, and now the entire rest of the house looks even better to them. So that's a big thing to focus on during the tour, is why they want to be a member here. Not what we have, but why they would want to be here. You want to explain the benefits of being a member of the Geek Group, and all of you know what we have and what we can offer here, and all of you should be taking pride in your workplace. So we should be doing that with pride. Let your feelings transfer from your work and your passion and what you like to do here directly into the customer. So, closing the membership. This translates to everybody, but especially for people taking tours. The big close questions that you need to ask are simple things like, could you see yourself making things here? This is when you're already into your tour. You're most of the way done. These are the questions you need to ask before you ever ask that person to join the Geek Group. Because if they can't see themselves in here making something, then you did something wrong on your tour. If they don't think the lab is that awesome, you didn't have enough energy on your tour. If they don't feel comfortable here, there was an experience during the tour that set them off and made them feel uncomfortable. All of these things come into play, and if you use these trial closes when you're talking to somebody, this is going to gauge their interest level and how much they actually are committed to joining. If they're answering yes to all these questions, it's very likely that you can follow through with the second step of closing, which is the acronym you should always remember, AAFTO. I know it doesn't always apply here, but ask for the order, ask for the membership, ask them to join us. Because you're approaching them afterwards with the question, would you like to join us? It's not a matter of them deciding, I don't know whether I want to join or not. You're actually actively inviting them. And subliminally, that sends a huge positive message to somebody that you're working with, that you would ask them to be a part of this, especially if during your tour, you've shown how special this place is. You've shown what we have to offer here, and you've shown what they can accomplish. If you've already sold them on those feelings, then it's going to be much, much easier to ask for the order. Remember to, during your tour, you profile all interactions with any customers, that everyone listens to WIIFM. It's a radio station we're all tuned to. It's what's in it for me, okay? Pretty simple. Everybody, it doesn't matter who they are, it doesn't matter what they do, nobody's completely selfless. Everybody is always listening to what's in it for me. They want to know what it's going to do. And that's why you should always keep that in mind, and whenever you're interacting with a customer, you should always be using that to communicate. Keep that in mind. Keep it fun. I mean that really. Because of what we do here, and because this is a giant jungle gym of power tools and hilarity and robots and a bunch of other stuff that we work with, we need to be able to keep it fun, and a positive attitude on the tour, and being able to have fun and poke fun with the customer is going to make it so that they feel more comfortable and more attached to you. So when you go to ask for that order, they're going to say yes. It's much, much more likely. A big thing we need to keep in mind, and I've only heard about this happening sometimes, but we have examples in the past where when taking a tour, somebody will do this, or they will do hands in the pockets or something like that. You need to understand that 80% of all communication that you have with anybody, regardless of who they are, is nonverbal. So the way that you communicate with them with your body is going to completely change the way that they see you and the way that they interact with you. If they see you doing this all the time, they're going to think you're guarded, or they're going to think that you're haughty or over them, or whatever they want to think. If you approach them with open arms, which is why I have the habit of talking with my hands, because it's very obvious that I'm meaning no harm. And I'm also open and confident about who I am and what I'm doing. And because of that, my 80% communication that's nonverbal is usually in a positive way, where people take me seriously, they know I'm an authority, they enjoy my company for the most part. And that's what I want you guys to do on the tour. When you guys are taking somebody through, when you guys are interacting with a customer, I want you to always appear approachable and happy, and be ready to deal with whatever they throw at you. Other than that, it's not too crazy. Just be excited to work with people, be excited that new people are coming in. We had, like Chris was saying, a great percentage of joins on Saturday, and that's becoming more common. We're seeing more and more and more people coming in because of the tours recently and because of the way that we're interacting with the customers and what they think of us. And if we can continue that trail, it's only going to get better.
I would perhaps add being genuinely interested in what to do after they are members.
Yes, yeah, and that's all part of profiling and building rapport, because what's going to inevitably happen is the person who takes them for a tour, if you do this right, they're going to come back to you over and over and over again. You're going to be the person they seek out when they have a question, when they want something, when they want somebody to talk to. They're going to do that all the time. You see it nonstop. I mean, I just had that the other day. We took a tour 3 Saturdays ago, because I couldn't come 2 Saturdays ago. 3 Saturdays ago, where this lady sat down with me for 45 minutes after the tour was over, talking to me about her fitness goals. But that was because we had built the rapport with each other, and I had already talked to her about what was going on in her life and all that kind of stuff. So just keep in mind that you want to be the person that they come to. Yes, it can be annoying when you've got 25 people coming up to ask you a question, but that also means that you're the one who's approachable, and you are the one that they're going to go home and tell all their friends and family about. They're going to talk to you as if you're a friend. They're going to talk to their friends as if you are a friend. And then when you come in here, they're going to be more comfortable with you. They're going to be excited to meet you. That's about it. That's
okay. Here, I'm going to hand that off to you. You'll see, and it's been a normal thing forever now, that especially on Saturdays, I'll grab the vlog camera and I'll just march around person. I'll just make laps around the building, and I'll talk to every person and go, who are you, what are you working on, what are you doing, and all that jazz. I have had exactly one time, and it was Saturday, had exactly one time where that wasn't a good thing, and I strongly recommend that everybody seeks this person out when you see them in here, because you should all have this awesome experience. It will crush your soul a little bit, and it's an excellent bit of training and customer interaction. There is a team of people, there's 2 guys. One of them is clean-cut All-American Mom and Apple Pie. Looks like him. Okay, looks like him, just a merc. Really good, sweet kid, he's really nice. He's working with this dude who is scruffy, he's got a beard and glasses, and they've been working over here on the computers. They're working on a medical project. Make it a habit, when you see somebody in here working on a project, no matter what it is, just start, hey, how you doing? What you working on? Can I help you with anything? Cool. If you do this to this scruffy beard dude, he's going to shit in your hand. Okay, just roar! And like the dude is a flaming cunt. Say hi to him. Be perky, be polite, be awesome. And get that rage. Because that's the worst I've ever seen. In years of doing this, it's the worst I've ever seen. And if you can experience that, and this guy who's just an asshole for no reason, everything else is easier after that. You're going to realize that even the worst possible one isn't that bad. Just fuck this guy. But, you know, be perky, be polite, and if nothing else, it annoys the shit out of you. So, that's entertaining for me. So, go.
Kill him with a smile.
Yes, yes. What?
Really like you. I go there.
He instantly hated me.
It
Like,
might-
radiantly.
It might have been the camera.
Huh?
You might have been the camera.
No, I didn't have a camera on me.
No.
I did not walk up to him with a blunt.
It's the watch strap.
You will never be this fabulous. Don't even try.
I won't.
You hang out.
No, his handwriting's getting pretty close to it.
I know. He's got. We could analyze the shit out of this. Is there any questions? Cool. God, I love it when it's easy. All right. Thank you, everyone. Go do your stuff. Why? I saw that. I didn't use it, but I saw it. There's only one problem with that. You're like a foot taller than me.
They don't play around.
Oh, that's a big
How's it going?
You are so mean to that dog.
Dude, that's the best day ever.
This is the coolest thing ever, but I can't pick it up. Are you stuck? Are you stuck?
What color?
Oh my god! Giant ball! You will never know what it is to be that happy. This is the happiest dog ever.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
She's frustrated. She can't pick it up.
Of course she can't pick it up. I don't want to meet the dog that can. You're a dick. There's no way she gets that up the stairs.
All right, Brandon.
Thank you, sir. You have fun.
Yes.
Have fun.
I have to go do gym things.
Go do gym things. And you guys are sorted. They'll get them the link, and Batman's mean to the dog, and now it's down the other stairs. Okay, cool.
Looks like that actually cut that straight.
Sometimes I'll cut straight, sometimes it won't.
Is it not out of
I think
service?
it depends on the. Well, it's physically working, but it'll sometimes cut.
Well, I had an out of service
things.
tag on it.
Yeah, I know.
Why?
Because it'll cut.
Because of what?
Sometimes it'll cut crooked, but I cut this yesterday because I didn't care if it's crooked. But that looks. Oh, straight.
Yes! Yes!
What? Huh?
Yes!
Wait. Much better.
Yes! No. We're halfway to a Kraftwerk album. So what are you working on?
I'm turning this awesome garage door cabinet thing that held magnet tape.
Magnetic media.
Yeah, that stuff. I'm gonna turn it into our paint storage. 'Cause we
Cool.
need paint storage.
Paint storage.
I need shelves more than I need magnetic storage. Someplace to store all our awesome paint from Rust-Oleum.
Yay! Yes! So, I built a thing. Check this out. This is the Aptera. It's bloody huge. It's kind of cool to have an airplane so big that the big-ass Cyclone antenna actually fits. Like, it doesn't even look big on there. FPV camera in the front. GoPro in the bottom. And for scale, can you take that a second, please? You want to set your coffee down?
I'm just shoving stuff in my hands.
For scale, this wing is taller than me.
Back up. There you go.
Taller than me.
Yeah, but that's a low bar anyway.
I am not a big guy, but this is indeed a big wing. So, I am ridiculously excited about getting to fly this. I was going to fly it yesterday, but yesterday it was too windy until the wind stopped and then the rain started. And then the rain stopped and the wind started. And then the wind and the rain stopped and it was dark and just... So, it will fly real soon now. Someday, it will fly and there will be glory. Glory and honor. The Corsair is back together and needs... I have to attach that with a magnet, so there needs to be some magnet love there, and then that will fly again. It may only fly once. It has one good crash left in it, so we're going to get that crash out of it eventually. But the FPV system worked great. And I fixed my little itty bitty roof plane. I fly this off the roof at night, and it has lights in the wings. Here, let me see if I can focus on that for you. It's got little tiny LEDs in the wingtips. And because it's pretty common to ground loop one of these, or take impressively bad landings as I am wont to do, Oh well, that's probably why, because the landing gear's pooched. Huh. It chewed those up. So I hot glued them on instead of just regular CA, and put a little bubble of hot glue over them to kind of protect them against tip strikes. And there's also one extra LED in the middle, and that one's fine. I'm just leaving it alone. So I got to do a little bending on the landing gear, but I mean, come on, she'll take off like that. I've done worse, and it takes a perfectly appropriate bounce for a competent landing, and it'll even take a level of bounce for one of my landings. So she's fine. There you go. Should be great. This thing actually has flaps on it, functional flaps, which is really impressive in such a tiny. I mean, it's a UMX plane, so it's got functioning flaps. You can see see a little lever goes to a servo inside, single servo flaps. So that's cute. I gotta fix that. That needs a little love, but it's not too bad. You can trim out of that. It'll be fine. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna mess with this. We'll be back. Let me go.
This is the one that I used last time, and it's really kind of.
We have another one, but I'll give it a shot with this one. I'll hand you that.
Yeah, it's pretty dead.
It's dead. I bought a couple. Let's see what we got for it.
Yeah, and then we like ground for days.
Well, worst case, I'll send somebody up to Home Depot. You remember those little spin-lock things that you were using? You know where Napa is? You know how
I
to
don't
get to
think
Napa?
so.
Captain Jerry, come in, Jerry. Yes, sir.
Can I send you up to Napa real quick? Come on over real good. Can you find the ones that we burned up? We had the junk ones. If I can put one in Jerry's hand, he'll know what to get.
Last I saw them, they were over
Take a look.
here.
Do you have any lower numbers?
What?
You got 150 and 250, right?
Yeah, no, it's 220.
150 and 220.
I think because you're talking about from when I was working on Justin the other day,
the
right?
little ones.
Yeah, I think someone got rid of them because I put them all in one of the cases and it's gone. So
Okay, I know you got that. Go ahead and do it.
enter Jerry.
I need to send you up to Napa real quick. But I'm gonna have you get some. They're called roll-lock fittings. Come here.
Unless you want, we've got these still.
I might use that a little bit. All right.
A little quarter turn.
Okay. You're gonna take this right into Napa with you.
Okay.
They sell bags of little sanding discs that have a little plastic nub on the back with a big coarse thread screw, and it just like quarter turn locks on. They come in like 2 different grades. Give me a fat bag of each. Okay.
Surface conditioning discs.
Man, that's disgusting.
All right.
There.
We've got a lot of lower numbers in the sanding discs, so. Bye, Minkus. Feel better.
How you doing? Are you sick too? Huh? Migraine. Oh. So being in a bright room with angle grinders is like the best thing ever. All right.
I got the bathrooms cleaned and stacked.
Go home.
What needs to be
Go
done
home
is
and
trash.
sleep.
I'm going.
Okay. We love you. We will see you when you come
I'm
back.
hoping that the 600 milligrams plus.
Plus the sinus medicine, I think will have aspirin in it. Will do something. Go home and drink a Coke. That's a good idea. I was going to scuff sand this, just scuff it, and then I touched it with the sanding disc, and the paint just blasted off. So I'm like, fuck it, taking it down to bare metal. works good till it completely loads up with stickers. Ta-da! You got it? You happy? Is it smooth?
I would just say that otherwise.
Batman, punch the door.
I don't want it. My fist hurts from last time.
Punch the door. It's nice out. I'm breathing and shit. Huh? You got that pair of dikes we had over here?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, this was red. Cut that off. Thank you. Here's that. Hey, that's
Things, seat,
keep it. That's right. Alright, cool. Thank you. Batman, grab me an ear line and the right angle one. Hey, today's M's birthday.
Yay!
50 to we're going with the head. And you want a robot? Do robot stuff.
This one would be a normal
No.
size bartender.
This one you attach a tattoo gun to, and then you tattoo the person attached to that robot. That's what I do. I'm just cool like that. That will not get me in all the nooks and crannies, but I'll get a lot of them. Work them. And put it in. Just gotta start that. We'll be back. Okay, you're gonna.
Yeah, but you
I can move. Maybe we'll just clear coat this one. Oh my god, isn't it beautiful? I love this fucking tool! Alright, I gotta get out of Katie's way. She's gonna do that, so I'll go back here and clean up the tail piece. So just make that happy and then I'll make it super happy. Oh my god, I love this tool.
So do dentists.
Yeah, it's gotta sound great on a blog. You just kiss it and everything comes off. It's like foreplay in a tool. Huh?
Jerry the Batman.
Oh. Go ahead.
So you know I've got a person in the day pass who's going to be needing to use the press in a little bit. If you can train him when he's done.
Stand for it.
There's a couple places I can't get, but most of it I can get. God, I love this. I'm still on my first disc. It'll get everything except that little groove down in there, and I'll bet you got a tool that'll do that. That's cool. I think my first disc finally crapped out. That's a lot of mileage out of one little disc, though. I ain't bitching. I got my money's worth out of that.
How clean do you need this right?
Just get all the oil out. It ain't gotta be pretty, it's just gotta be clean. Yeah, that's way more better. Wipe the spooge off the end here and I don't want to do that. Thank you.
So yeah, those are just holding the plate on.
I don't think that's a plate. I think
No,
that's
there was a
there
plate.
was a
Dave.
plate. Now there's not a plate.
Right. It was part of the dressing. That was kind of meh.
I think that's actually a cover plate. On
Yeah, that is.
These will take those stickers right off. Too. For this one, what I'll do is I'll take out each screw one at a time. Take screw out, do around it, put screw back. Take screw out, do around it, put screw back. Do it like that. I'm putting all the screws over here. Before. After. Jesus. Yeah. Time is 17:35, and since it's Monday, March 6th, and I'm just having a moment where I'm realizing, did I do an opener for the blog today or not? I don't know. It's M's birthday. Yay. This is M. And there is cake. Scarred cake. Battered, scarred.
Things happened there? I don't know.
Battered, scarred cake.
This one also hopped.
This cake's also moved a little bit.
Yeah, it hopped the fence a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
It's a hard day being cake.
It matches M's shirt.
It's the bow tie that sells it. Who wants blog? Okay. M, it is your first birthday as an official Geek Group employee. And thusly, there is a tradition for your first birthday. You get two things that every thinking human needs. You get a Leatherman of your own and a flashlight. Batman will open them for you so that you still have fingers. Because nobody should get fresh stitches on their birthday.
That's how my birthday's always on.
Well, yeah, you and I
that tells me I've had a successful birthday.
You and I party a little harder, so.
One of these is lemon and one of them is not.
Yeah, but and we don't know which.
I know. The one the yellow one.
Yeah, that's lemon. So happy birthday, Em.
Thank you.
That one goes red and white.
Ooh.
That is your
Oh
first.
yeah, I
big
got that
flashlight.
because it was 2 colors. I
Yeah.
thought that was cool.
Oh, okay. I carried one of those for a long time. We'll be back. That's right. That's terrible.